You want to know more about the one arm pull up, and I'm here to deliver. Here's my new series, One Arm Wednesdays, where every Wednesday I'll give you a new tip or trick on how to improve or learn the one arm pull up. This week, we're going to cover my favorite progression, so let's dive into it. Thank you for tuning in this week. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's break down what my favorite progression is to actually achieve the one arm pull up. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you may already know that the answer to this is the assisted one arm pull up. It follows the exact same movement pattern of a one arm pull up and allows you to target each and every one of those little muscles that need to be activated when you are doing this movement pattern. Yes, it is slightly different than doing a traditional pull up or commando pull up or chin ups. So, being able to mimic the motion is probably one of the biggest factors that'll help you strive to actually achieving it. Let's break it down. First, you'll need something to hold on to with the arm that is not doing pulling. For this, I recommend wrapping around either a towel or, in my case, a resistance band. Next, you can decide how difficult you want to make your progression. There's two different ways you can do this. The first is by where you actually grip it with your hand. Going towards the top will make it a bit easier, and then towards the bottom will make it more challenging. And if you use a resistance band, the second way would be if you use a heavier band, it gives you a little bit more oomph and support versus a lighter band. That makes it a bit more challenging because you're not getting as much support when you're pulling yourself up. When you're first starting out, you might want to play around with where you grip it and what type of band you use, and also make sure that you write down where you are doing it. So that way, the next time you jump into the workout, you remember where you were and you can slowly progress it, either moving your arm down or using a lighter band the next time. Next, the hand that you're pulling with should be placed a little bit within shoulder width. This is because your body is going to have to evenly distribute its weight on both sides. And if you put it a little bit too far out, you're going to end up swinging out when you go and start to do your hang. So a little bit within shoulder width is usually a good balance for me. You'll then want to hang from the bar with your grip checklist of getting your forefingers driving down into the bar and then having your palms driving inward with your thumb wrapped underneath and pressing up against your middle and pointer fingers. You'll then want to initiate your pull by squeezing the bar with your pulling hand, retracting your scapula downward, and then the item that you are holding on to, either pulling or pushing, depending on where it is. And then from there, you are going to need to squeeze your obliques and your lats and then start pulling with your arms upward. You'll then start to slowly rotate your body outward in order to get a little bit more bicep activation and then drive your shoulder up towards the bar. You'll notice that with the assisted one arm pull up, it is easier at the start because you're getting a little bit of a almost like a bungee pull, and then it will be a little bit more challenging at the top. If you're struggling at the top, you might want to do a slightly easier progression or work on something a little bit more bicep focused just to be able to supplement that for your training later. Now, all you have to do is lower yourself down, make sure you reverse the motion in a controlled manner. Doing so is going to build up additional strength and help prevent injuries in your tendons and ligaments, especially in your elbow. For programming, you'll want to find a progression where you're able to do about 3 to 5 reps, and then you'll want to schedule this at the start of your workout. I recommend doing a general warm up and then 1 to 2 sets of regular pull ups in a controlled fashion just to get yourself warmed up. For these pull ups, I'd recommend no more than 3 to 5. You just want to feel strong and get the joints moving. Once you are starting your sets, do anywhere from 3 to 5 sets of these 3 to 5 assisted one arm pull ups in a row. And then from there, you can either regress down and do an easier one arm pull up progression or do your other movements like weighted pull ups, regular pull ups, etc. Now, the one arm pull up isn't perfect. As I mentioned, the strength curve earlier makes it easier at the start and harder at the end. So, supplementing this with things like weighted pull ups, where you get a standard curve, but also are adding on some weight to your body to build muscle, is a recommended approach. You could also do things like archer pull ups to get additional strength on one arm. But overall, your one arm pull up should be the driving force of your workout if you want to get a one arm pull up. Keep progressing by moving your arm down the band or towel and using a lighter resistance band. You'll want to do this once your reps start getting past that 3 to 5 rep range. And from there, you should be able to eventually get your arm low enough down where you'll feel confident enough to start your one arm pull up attempts. And one day, by just continuing to do this, you'll be able to get that chin above the bar without any assistance. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below on what topic I should cover in my next One Arm Wednesday video. Have a good one, stay strong, and let's get that one arm pull up, baby. Let's get it.